YouTube. What's good, guys? It's your boy T. I'm back again with another live, guys. And today's live is going to be another mock draft. Mock draft 21 is Superflex full PPR. Hold on, guys. Right, I'm sorry. So, guys, it's a members only draft. So, guys, I see you guys. I don't want y'all to feel any type of way that I'm doing a members only draft, but I think this is good for the members so y'all can get y'all perks, right? So I will be doing some drafts, guys, some mock draft where I'm bringing up just anybody who's a subscriber, but I have to do these member only drafts too to make sure that y'all getting the attention that y'all need. And it's gonna be some videos where I'm only gonna do for the members. So let me see, guys. Let me share this link. That way, if anybody wants to come up, I know Harami probably might want to come up. What's going on, Harami? Now, anybody's welcome to come up. We still need a couple more spots filled. Let's see here. Let me share this screen. There we go. All right. Yeah, that's all, Ethan. That's all, bruh. Okay. So, guys, let me see. What do I want to talk about? Let me see. Let me read out some of the comments before we get started. Okay, we got some new members. We got Ricky Gordy. Appreciate that, RG. We got Aaron Holloway. Appreciate that, bruh. Yes, sir. Siobhan is a Phenom member. Appreciate that, Siobhan. Will, we need Will. Will, go to my channel and go to the community tab. And if you are a member, you should be able to see it. You will see the link. I sent the link to all members. Right. You good, bro. It's all good. Okay, Will said I got in. Okay. All right. Thank you for letting me know. Let's see. I want to just make sure everybody's in that wants to be in. Okay. And if I have to let the computer draft at those 3 spots, guys, I will. Not to be like an asshole or anything, but just to keep it as a members draft. Okay, he says I'm underdog. Okay. Right, you at the 111. I got you. I see. Okay. Look real quick. All right, so let me see if there's any news, guys. I want to read out, see if there's any news is going on. Okay. Okay. All right, let's go. Let's see what the news is saying. God, so we was talking about this the other day. Trey Tucker, the other wide receiver, and for the Las Vegas Raiders, we don't know who the number 2 wide receiver is. We saying that is, we know Devontae Adams is going to eat, but Trey Tucker is the speed guy, and they saying he excelled during the OTAs and minicap. And Jahan Dotson likes Cliff Kingsbury offense. Jahan Dotson likes Cliff Kingsbury's offense. Let's see anything. That's all right for right now. But yeah, I'm excited about Jahan Dotson. He had a lot of talent going into his second year, and he didn't do anything with Sam Howell as his quarterback. I don't know what the hell was going on with that. And I like Trey Tucker because, guys, he's not a route runner guy, but he's a deep threat. So I'm good with that. Harami says, I'm so excited for the Commanders offense. Facts. What's going on, Don Padre? What's up, bro?
What's up, fellas? What's up, YouTube?
Yes, sir.
My first time on camera.
Yes, sir. So, man, how long you been following me, bro?
Probably a few months now.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been playing fantasy football for a while, man. But and I've been searching for some content creators who are cutting edge, like you say.
Yes, sir.
So
yes, sir.
I jumped on the bandwagon.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. So yeah, I'm glad I got somebody up here that can help me draft, and also I can communicate while we go through this draft. So guys,
All right, cool.
I guess I'm gonna get ready to go ahead and start. Let's go. I guess we'll let the computer draft at the 8th, 9th, and 10th spot. So let's start this draft. So, Burbo, what you like to do in Superflex? What are you looking for in the beginning when you do Superflex?
So I don't usually do a lot of Superflex. Like I said, I'm a PPR guy and haven't really played Superflex. Just getting into Dynasty, and from what I've been paying attention to you, receivers are real big on your
Right.
show. Yeah.
Right.
Let me get in here, and I'm going CD.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, man, the Superflex, to be honest, man, quarterbacks go off early usually, but I like going the opposite because I usually can get the best wide receiver or the best running back on the board. And then I always can put the quarterback late.
Okay. That's good to know. I got to remember that. I got a notepad too.
Look at Sammy taking Tyreek Hill. Yeah, I'm going to go get my boy CJ. Yes, sir. So who your favorite player? Who's the play? What player you drafting the most this year, bro? Okay, he went off the live. Okay. Okay. Yeah, he'll come back up. Red says, for me, since it's only for he said thumbs down for me since it's only the members now boring. Right. It don't cost nothing but $1 to join, Red. Just $1 to join. That's why I did the dollar tier. I know a lot of people don't always have a lot of money. So, but I think $1, nobody who's going to miss $1. Okay. I see RG with Amara St. Brown. We got Sammy the Bull with Tyreek Hill and Pat Mahomes. We got Nifty with Jalen Hurts and Garrett Wilson. And we got Don Padre with CD Lamb. Let's see what his next pick is going to be. We got Underdog going Josh Allen and AJ Brown. And we got Zach Seaman at the 112 with Saquon Barkley and Puka Nacua. So not as I've been noticing in these mocks, I'm not seeing a lot of quarterbacks going early as much. Usually this is all red in Superflex leagues. And Siobhan is already on off to go and with a great start. Christian McCaffrey, Lamar Jackson, great start. right, let me get ready.
Okay.
Yeah, you back up, bro.
Yeah, my bad, man.
Oh, you good?
First time.
Yes, sir. You good. I see you took my boy A-Chain.
Yeah, you big on him. Real big.
Yes. We got a little bit of a tight end run.
Yeah, I see.
Laporta, Trey McBride, and Kelsey.
What do you think about tight ends in the Superflex?
Man, it just depends on. It's not nothing really, man. I'm just trying to get the best player available, and depending on the ADP, I don't want to overdraft guys. So if I can get Trey McBride right now and come back around and get a guy that I was targeting at that ADP where I took Trey McBride, that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do. So I went on and got Trey McBride because I don't think he was going to come back around.
Okay, I got you.
But it's other players on the board that I see that I'm okay with taking. So I wasn't going to overdraft another position there. It's 9 ways to skin a cat, bruh.
Plenty of ways.
Okay. Zach Seaman got Saquon Barkley, Jordan Love, Zay Flowers. Listen, that 112, that might be one of the best drafting spots, man. I mean, you can load up when you get those 2 picks.
Yeah, I got the first pick in my money draft this year.
Let's see here. You said you got what in your money draft this year, bro?
I got the first pick in my money draft this year. I was horrible last year.
Who you taking?
Man, you didn't almost talk me out of taking Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, it ain't a bad pick, man. Christian McCaffrey will never be a bad pick, but I would say, I don't know. I would rather go a wide receiver there that got less mileage.
I know I like Tyreek Hill, but I don't know. Miami's gonna have a lot of weapons this year.
Right.
Let me get up on here. Let's see. I think it's time. I know he ain't coming back. Go for it. And I'm gonna go. It's hard to not pick McCaffrey. Real hard.
I see Harambe.
What do you think Dallas is gonna do with CeeDee Lamb?
He's gonna be the second highest paid wide receiver in the game.
Second?
Yes.
Oh, I thought they would break the bank.
You can't overpay. You can't give him more money than Justin Jefferson.
That's true. That's a fact right there.
That's what I would think. If I was CeeDee Lamb, I would say, okay, as long as you get close to Justin Jefferson, I'm okay with that.
So do you think y'all gonna wait Dak out?
Yes.
You do?
Yes. I don't think we getting I don't think we're gonna find Dak. I think we're gonna try to get Shadur Sanders maybe in next year's draft.
Man, okay. All right. So that's a for real thing, huh?
Right. Yes, I believe it. I love
Okay.
Shadur Sanders. Man, he's the best quarterback that I ever seen come out of college.
Okay. Okay.
I think he's primed and ready to win a Super Bowl as a rookie if he go to a place like the Dallas Cowboys.
If he goes somewhere with a team already set in place,
Yes.
okay. I see that. I can see that. He's that type of player.
He's that type of player, bro. He got the mental. It's all about the mental.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think about who he grew up under.
Come on now.
Yeah, so I could see that. He hasn't really shown me that he'll fold yet, so
No.
I could see that.
He's ready for big games, bro. He thrives in big games. His daddy raised him that way.
Yeah. It's hard not to you start all your life.
Right.
He got all the advantages that a Peyton Manning would have got.
Come on now. You know it. That's why Peyton, but it took Peyton a little bit longer because the game was different. Now these guys been passing the ball ever since they was like 7,
8, 9, yeah.
Come on now. Because
Totally
of the passing leagues.
Man, this is tough right here. Let me see.
I like that DK Metcalf pick in the 5th.
I can't stay away from Metcalf for some reason. I mean, he a bona fide number 1, no matter how you look at it.
Right. That boom he got, man. He can give you 30 points, 40 points.
Yeah. I'm let me see. Let me look at it all. Whew. Okay, I'll do that. And actually, I think I might have to double dip.
Oh, Doomsday. You think he's gonna be the number 1 wide receiver in Chicago?
I mean, it seems like Keenan Allen might have some issues there.
Right.
To me, that's just to me.
Right.
Yeah, I think he might just age out this year.
Keenan, but a guy like Keenan, man, he's an underneath guy. He don't need speed.
Not really speed wise. I'm just talking about touches.
Health.
I don't see him getting favored.
Okay.
I think the young guy gonna go with the young guy.
Right.
Or even DJ Moore. I mean, like I said, he full of targets. If he has any type of success, everybody gonna get used.
Right.
I almost doubled up on tight ends. But
sometimes you can do that.
I'm scared of Kittle this year too.
Yeah, I am too.
I had him last year. He was garbage.
Right.
Honestly.
I heard some rumors about Brandon Ayuk going to Washington. Did you hear anything about that?
Yeah, I heard a lot about that. I heard a lot of Washington fans begging for it.
Right. So they begging.
I mean, wouldn't you? Especially the way they've been losing the last few years or so.
Right, but I think they got a long way to go. I don't think that they still gonna need more players, but I mean they're gonna be on their way if they get him.
I think they on the rise this season. I think they at least go 500.
I can see that.
At least minimum. I mean, I don't know. I feel confident about the kid playing in our division.
Right.
The quarterback.
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, Daniels.
Yeah.
Playing in our division, I don't know. You can move around a little bit. You can have some success.
Right.
I'm an Eagles fan, by the way.
Okay. How you feel about the Eagles?
I see. Patiently waiting, I gotta say. Not overly excited.
Right.
Yeah, we like to cause a lot of self-harm, I like to say, in the Philly media. So I don't know.
You think Saquon gonna ball out?
Uh, he has the opportunity to. I'll just put it that way. He
Right.
has his best opportunity to be his best to actually do what everybody thinks he can do. I think I'm looking for this guy.
Harami says, "Don't snipe me, TD. I don't know what player you talking about, bro.
This guy. I think Williams could actually have a year. From Denver?
Williams Javante?
I actually think he could have a year. If he could be a piece of what Kamara was
Right.
for what's his name down there? For Sean Payton.
Right. I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be running back by committee. I don't. If this is his year, he gonna have to prove it.
He does like that though.
What'd you say?
He does like to do that.
Right. I think Javante was the most talented guy, but I don't know if he's gonna be able to get over that knee injury. It's up to him.
What do you think about the little guy from Notre Dame they picked up?
Who was that they picked up in
Estimate,
Denver? Estimate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him because of the opportunity. Running backs, man, anybody can start, man. All running backs, they come out of college, they all can play. It's really not a bad running back that you can't put in the starting lineup and he give you something.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
If he coming behind a good offensive line, I mean, he can eat.
That's true. Running backs are. I've been getting a little bit more into college football, and they say it's supposed to be a good running back class next year.
Oh, okay. Who's supposed to be the number one running back?
That's my thing. I'm just getting back into it, and I'm like, okay, but it hasn't really been a top running back come out in a while.
Right.
I mean, aside from Bijan, and
right.
I like Gibbs, but I think he's better in a committee.
Yes. Understandable.
I mean, that's what he did all his career, right?
Right. Facts.
So I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research and really find out who those running backs are.
Right.
Man. Interesting.
He sniped you, didn't he? You wanted Jaden Daniels?
Okay.
Harami said Zach is a great drafter. He is. And yeah, bro, whoever have the best draft, I cashed out him $5 at the end of the live. Harami says, do you think Will Shipley would do anything? I don't think so. I don't think he's gonna get an opportunity. If he gets an opportunity, I think he can. RG sniped me with Zeke.
Zeke is a good pick in the last round.
Trevor Lawrence in the last round. That's great value. And Justin Herbert. Wow.
That is.
You didn't get number one quarterback?
Just one.
Okay. He just said 17 is crazy. Siobhan said, what's supposed to pick 2 tight ends?
No.
Was I supposed to pick 2 tight ends? Nah. You can pick 2 tight ends if you want to. What's going on, Silver Rapture? What's up, bro? Okay. So, yeah, man, I guess we can start judging some of these teams. Let's do it that way. Make it huge. Okay. I got my pen here. Got the paper.
Let's see.
All right. So I guess I'll start with Don is here.
I'm right here.
I think we should start with Nifty team. We'll come back to your team if that's okay with you.
Yeah, please.
Okay. All right, here come Harambe.
There's my man.
What's going on, Harambe?
What up, bro?
What's up, bro?
Can
What's
you
up,
see me?
Harambe?
What up, Don?
What's going on, Harambe?
What up, bro?
There's a little bit of an echo.
That me?
That's
Yeah, I think you got the computer on too. The volume up. Okay. All right, it says between Harambe and Zach's team. Okay. So let's start with Nifty. Nifty went Jalen Hurts. I like the Jalen Hurts pick. All right, let me bring his team out.
Yeah,
I like the Jalen Hurts pick. He went Garrett Wilson in the second. He went Jalen Water in the third. DJ Moore in the fourth. Malik Nabers in the fifth. I like those wide receivers. Those are solid. Joe Burrow, you got 2 really good quarterbacks. You got 2 top-end quarterbacks. I really like Waddle and Garrett Wilson. And Nabers gonna have a lot of opportunities too. DJ Moore is solid. He's the number 1 on that team for right now. You got to give him that. I love the Najee Harris pick. The most that's a little rough, especially with Jalen Wright, but it's okay. I'm not gonna kill you too much. Christian Watson in the 9th, and Shaheed in the 10th, and Dalton Schultz. I'm not that high on Dalton Schultz. I believe this team is a B+. How you feel about it, Don?
I say, I really like Neighbors. I don't know if Daniel Jones is going to be able to help him any, but I like those wide receivers. Those running backs are, a little tough, but
Right.
I got to say a B-.
B-, okay.
Yeah. I don't think he could lose with those quarterbacks.
Right. Joe Burrow, Hurts.
And Hurts,
Garrett Wilson is the number 1 on his team. Waddle is the number 2, but he's explosive. He could be top 12. DJ Moore was top 12 last year. Malik Nabers is going to have all the opportunities to ball out.
All of it.
Najee Harris is getting goal line carries. His running backs are not that strong, but I still like Najee Harris in the 7th. Christian Watson in the 9th is he's a boom guy. And then Shaheed, who's the number 2 in the 10th. Dalton Schultz, I'm not that big. So your running backs and tight ends to me was a little weak. I could have gave you an A- if you would have had a better tight end. So by having Schultz in the 11, which is not terrible. I say this team is a B plus. You said B minus. Aaron Holloway says B plus. Let me see, guys. Anybody else? We'd like to get a couple more grades if anybody else don't mind, just to make sure we round it out. If we need to come back, we can come back. Right now, looks like a B plus. Okay, I guess we're gonna stick with the B plus. All right, let's go on to Arabi's team. Okay, Siobhan says B. Okay, so we got B, B minus. That maybe might bring it down to a B. Okay, Siobhan says B. That might bring it down to a regular B. All right, let's do Harami. Sammy the War. Okay, so he went with Tyreek Hill first, killer pick. Pat Mahomes, great quarterback. Never can say nothing wrong about Pat Mahomes, even though we don't think he's going to be the number one quarterback this year. But you can't go wrong with him. Derrick Henry, James Cook. I love those two running backs. Amari Cooper, Christian Kirk. Those two, I like those two wide receivers. I wouldn't call them sexy picks, but they are like number ones on their team. Tua, you got that stat. Jackson Smith and Jigba in the 8th is good. Austin Eckler, gonna be catching a lot of points. Catching a lot of passes, so which is gonna be. I like Jerome Ford. I think he's gonna be the number one there, even though they're gonna split, but he's gonna get a lot of the carries. And Cole in the 11th is not. I don't know. It's a lot of mouths to feed on that offense, so I think that's solid. I think this team is I'm gonna give it a B plus. The reason why I think Cole Kmet could be a little. I think he's gonna be okay. I don't know if he's gonna get like hyper targeted this year with all those wide receivers there. And Amari Cooper and Christian Kirk. I like Amari Cooper. Christian Kirk is going to be solid, but I think it's going to be other players that is going to be getting targets there too. I love Jackson Smith and Jigba. I think he's going to be a 4th quadrant guy. This is a really solid team. I think this is a B plus. What would you say about this team?
Man, with that Tyreek Hill and Patrick Mahomes, I know Patrick Mahomes won't be number one, but you know he'll at least be in the top 5. Both of these guys. So, I mean, the running backs will know Henry going to get his. I like Cooper this year if Watson can actually step up and play. These two guys right here, Ford and Eckler at the end, that brings your running back value up a whole lot more. I got to go A.
Okay.
I like it like that.
A. Okay. We got an A, and then we got a B, and we got a B plus and a B plus. I think that equals out to a B plus. I think that equals out to a B plus. You got an A, B plus, and B. Good job, Rami. Rami's a really good drafter, man. He knows his football.
He does.
Okay. So let's go on to RG. That's my boy. Hey, thank you for becoming a member of the channel, brother. I appreciate you. RG says he got Amon-Ra St. Brown, Anthony Richardson, LaPorta, okay. Tank Dale, okay. That's a little early for Tank. Kamara, love that. T. Higgins, I'm not that big on T. Higgins. Terry McLaurin, he's solid. Tony Pollard in the 8th is okay. Jamison Williams, okay. You got that stat with Amon-Ra and Jamison. Jaden Daniels in the 10th with the rookie quarterback. That's great value. And Ezekiel Elliott, that's a great pick. That might be one of the best picks in the last round.
Definitely.
I think this team. Man, I got to say another B plus. I'm gonna give out a lot of B pluses. I wanted to give it an A. T. Higgins and Terry McLaurin. I think those are good picks, but we nitpicking here. Yeah, I'm thinking B plus too, Aaron. What are you thinking, Don?
Yeah, it's hard to go away from. Because all the talent is spread out on this team, and it looks pretty good from top to bottom. I mean, looking at it over here, I mean, you're probably gonna need only one tight end, just to be honest. So,
Right.
from what I'm looking at and how it plays out, so it's hard not to give him a I'm gonna go. I'm with you with the. I'm gonna go B plus.
Right.
I like
Aaron Holl-
Jaden Daniels.
right.
too.
Aaron Holloway says B plus, and Siobhan says B plus. I said B plus. You said B plus. It's a B plus. So we got a 3-way tie right now. Well, a 2-way tie. We got Sammy with a B plus, and we got RG with a B plus. Nifty, we might have to come back and revisit this team. It was a B plus, but we went down to a B. But let's see. Guys, we keep saying B plus. These are really good drafting. I don't want to get everybody a B plus, but I mean these are some good teams.
They are. Like I said, the drafting spread it out pretty good. It was a pretty good draft.
Right, it was. Facts. Okay, we'll go on to Aaron Holloway. He went with B. John, Kyron, Kelsey, Smith, Dak, Calvin Ridley, Deontay Johnson. Now, like I said, I could be biased. I like Deontay Johnson. I'm not that big on Ridley, but it's good value. Will Levis, it's solid. It's good. Zach Moss in the 9th, Dotson in the 10th, and Isaiah Likely as another tight end just to get that boom at the end. Kept taking who I wanted, right? Kept taking the people that she wanted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first 5 picks are gas. Calvin Ridley's not a bad pick either. I gotta go get this team. Maybe I want to put this team slightly, but I'm gonna say A minus. He got so many good positions. He got B. John and Kyron, Travis Kelce, Devontae Smith, Dak Prescott in the 5th is really good value. Then Deontay, I love Deontay. Zach Moss as your 3rd running back, who looks like going to be getting the goal line touches in Cincinnati. Then Jahan, who is the number 2 wide receiver. Then Isaiah Likely. What do you think this team is? I'm gonna give this team an A minus.
Just looking it all the way over, I'll say an A. I mean, from top to bottom, just getting Likely at the end and Zach Moss. And I know what you said about Johnson. I don't see him doing nothing but the same thing he did in Pittsburgh.
Right.
The exact same thing, being the number 1.
You good, Robbie? You don't got to have a camera. You good, bro? You good?
Yeah, so I give him an A.
Yeah, so we got 2 A's. Let's see. Siobhan, I'm trying to wait to see what somebody else is going to say.
What up, you guys?
What's going on, bro?
There we go.
Again, man.
What up, Don?
So, what do you want to go ahead and judge this team, Robbie?
This Aaron's team, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 1 sec, man.
This is a good draft.
Actually,
guys, make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. This is cutting edge content. Make sure you hit the like button. Let's see here.
My thing's all messed up, man. I can't even see the sleeper screen. I can't judge the team.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. No problem. Let me see something here. Yeah, guys, let's get the likes up. Hit the like button. Let me get this out of here. Okay. Can you see it now, or is it still off on your screen?
I can see it. 1 sec. Yeah, we're good. We're good. I can do that.
Okay.
So you got Bijan, Kyron. It's a nice little start, right, for full PPR.
Right.
Kelsey, Smitty, Prescott, Ridley, Johnson, Will Levi's, Jeans, Moss, Dotson, Likely. It's a pretty spicy team in my opinion. I think that's an A- team right there.
Yeah, I do too.
It's
So we got.
it's like
Siobhan says A. Don says A. I said A-, and you said A-. So I think it's an A- team.
Yep. I just I like the upside and the potential like value on that team, you know?
Yeah, right.
Right. Me too. You want to talk about your team because we already judged it. You want to talk about some of the decisions you was thinking about when you picked them?
Yeah, I'll go over it real quick. I don't want to waste too much time. We already went over it. But I took Tyreek, explosive wide receiver. Mahomes, you know, he can have a much better year than he did last year. The receivers had a lot of drops. They've
Right.
Receiver core. Kelsey wasn't, you know, fully healthy. I don't think that really played too much into it, but a little bit maybe.
Right.
Derrick Henry and James Cook. James Cook could be a top 5 back this year. I think he can with the opportunity he's going to get, especially in PPR leagues.
Yeah.
I still like Cooper. He's playing for a contract, so I'm expecting another good year. Christian Kirk, they have the rookie there, so, you know, maybe that takes a little bit of heat off Kirk to where he can run some of his more intermediate and good open routes.
Facts.
And then obviously the stack with Tua got the aquarium going, right?
Right.
There it is.
JSN. This guy is my wide receiver 4. I'll take that all day, especially in PPR.
Right.
Eckler, PPR, not going to get, you know, probably all the goal line. He'll probably get a little. And then, you know, with the rookie quarterback, it's going to be check down city to Eckler.
Right.
So I like the value there. And then Ford, I think, is the starting running back in Cleveland, man.
Yep.
And then I kind of heard what you were saying, how there's a lot of offensive weapons in Chicago. There are. What's a man's best friend, TD, especially a rookie quarterback?
Tight end, facts.
And I just like the value in the last round right there. And as a starting tight end on what's looking to be a pretty potent offense, in my opinion, for fantasy at least. So
right.
I would have given this like a B+ or an A-, but again, I never like giving my own teams like A's, but I think this is a really good team.
I do too. I gave it a B+. The only reason why I gave it a B+ is the third wide receiver, Christian Kirk, is good, but I would have loved if you'd have took him with Jackson Smith and Jigba was. That would have made him be fantastic value. Maybe you won't get him there. That doesn't mean it's a bad pick. That just means nitpicking. Outside of Tyreek Hill, for sexy wide receivers, you didn't really have any, but you don't need to have any. So I nitpicked and took it down to a B+. And then Cole Kmet. If you'd have had, like, instead of Cole Kmet, I would have said if you'd have got like Brock Bowers or somebody, I might would have raised it up to an A-.
Sure.
I don't know if Caleb Williams, he's a little different. You think he's going to target a tight end? He never played with a tight end.
I think it's obvious in what Eberflus's system that they like to get Cole Kmet involved. He's not really consistent over the course of the whole year, though. He'll have like boom games and then disappear. So I don't think he's gonna be like a top 5 or anything. But I could see him, you know, sneaking into the top 12, maybe top 10 by the end of the season.
You trust Caleb Williams with him?
For that value, I would.
Okay. Facts.
That's about it, though, because I totally get what you guys are saying with him not being a tight end 1. Like I wouldn't draft Cole Kmet rounds before where I drafted him. So I just had to get a starting tight end on the board. So I took him.
Right. Yeah, man, I think it's a good team. And remember, again, guys, we nitpicking some of the teams that we given B+ to or B's might end up being the best team. We don't know. We're just trying to do our best. Yeah, bro, you always kills it, man. I haven't seen you have a bad team here. I don't think have you had a team below a B+ in the last 3 or 4 mocks?
No.
None of the drafts I watched.
Right.
No, man. I usually go wide receiver heavy, so I didn't in this draft because it's a super flex, and then I had to grab 2 pause where I grabbed him pause.
Right.
But I wanted that Dolphin stack though. Right.
Let's go with Siobhan team. I guess I'll start this off. She got Christian McCaffrey. She killed it at the 1-7. Lamar Jackson. She got Lamar Jackson in the second round of a Superflex.
That's wild.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Chris Olave in the third. I'm gonna have to treat you like I do my boy Rowe. I'm like, I mean, he's good. He's okay. I just don't know if I want him as my number one wide receiver. But I think a lot of wide receivers was gone at that time. Kincaid, I like Kincaid.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be a top 5 tight end. James Conner, I think he's going to be good. He's going to be out in some games, but he's been a top 5 running back, so I got to give you respect for that. David Montgomery in the 6 is good. Yep. Jaden Reed, I don't know, man. I don't want any wide receivers from there other than Christian Watson that I'm going to take in the 7th round. Jaden Reed, I might take him in like the 10th or the 9th. That's just me, though. I could be wrong on that. McConkey is a great value. I think that's probably your best value as a wide receiver out of all those guys. Matthew Stafford, I love him. Even though you ain't got a stack, I still think Matthew Stafford could be a top 5 quarterback. He's going to have more passing attempts than any other quarterback, I believe, maybe outside of C.J. Stroud. Khalil Shakir, that's you taking a chance. Maybe he's the number 1, maybe he ain't, but I don't think it's a bad pick. And Josh Downs in 11th. Since Adonai Mitchell got there, I don't know, but I think he will be a slot guy. But how good is he? Is he top 24, top 32? I don't know. He might be top 32 barely. I'm gonna say this team is a B. What would you go, Harambe?
Jackson in the 2nd in a Superflex is criminal. Good job. Amazing. And then you get CMC. So even if some of the other players are kind of, not boom or sexy players, CMC as a running back carries insane PPR value. And that kind of running back can carry you through the whole season if you have maybe a weaker receiver core, maybe not like an explosive quarterback, but you have Lamar Jackson and CMC. So that's an insane start in this format. I would say what you were saying with Olave, I think you could have waited on Kincaid maybe a round or 2. And then with Connor, where he was drafted, I'm not a big fan of that. I would have gone Montgomery over Connor where you took Connor.
Or Kamara.
Yeah, or Kamara, or even No, I like where she got Montgomery, though. That was like a good follow-up pick right there.
Right.
And then Reed, so TD, we were talking like wide receiver 2s with upside, right?
Right.
He could be in that category as well, because we don't technically know who the wide receiver 1 is.
Right.
A lot of people think it's Reed. Some people think it's Watson. Some people even think it's Wicks. Right. So I don't think it's a bad pick. I think she could have waited like another round maybe, but I liked again the follow-up pick with Lab McConkey. That's a good PPR pick right there. And then to follow it up with Stafford, Shakir, again, wide receiver 2 with upside, could be the wide receiver 1. The only pick I don't like in this whole draft is Downs.
Yeah.
It's not that it's a bad pick. It's just I feel there was other players you could have taken there with better upside. So I would give this like a B.
Right. And Siobhan, she's won one draft. Usually her draft is a little bit better, but we nitpicking here. I agree with the Downs. I didn't like the Downs pick, and I like the Olave. I just think he taking them there at the 3-7. Let me try to see what was on the board. I might would have took Ayuk over him, or maybe even a running back like ETN.
Yeah.
Zay Flowers. I would have took Zay Flowers over him. Maybe Pittman. Devontae Smith. Yeah. So I mean, like I said, I give it a B. What you say, Don?
I like everything on here actually, except for the Shakir pick at the end and Downs. You could have got I think you could have got a little better value at receivers if you're gonna go there. But I like the Reed pick. I think him and Love are gonna do the same thing they did last year. So I say a B plus.
Okay. So
Hey,
we
Don.
got B. Go ahead, Robbie.
So, do you think if Watson stays healthy, Don, that Reed's going to still return that good value, or do you think he had, more boom plays because maybe Watson was out?
Well, this is what I go by. I think I like Reed as a talent, but if you go back to the Kansas City game where that was one of their toughest opponents, Watson was the go-to guy. He killed against Kansas City. He had the best game against Kansas City the whole season.
I like Reed as a talent as well, and I think LaFleur is creative enough to give him like running plays and like little reverse style plays, and I think that's where he's going to excel. So if they use him like how Frisco uses Debo,
Right.
I think you
That's
have
what I was thinking.
an elite guy right there. So I'd be happy with Reed as like a wide receiver 3. I was just curious what your take was on that, Don.
Yeah, that's what
Right. I'm probably not getting to him because I want Christian Watson. Now, if Reed is where Shakir is, I might take him.
Right.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
McConkey, I think that was the best on her. That was the best draft pick on her board.
Yeah, that was
potential wide receiver 1 of the Chargers, right?
Wide receiver 1 on the Chargers.
Day one.
Rookie.
Full PPR.
Rookie, and you can let him sit there and marinate pause on that team, and then he's going to even be better in the 4th quadrant. So he's the best rookie pick, even over Neighbors. We know Neighbors is very talented, but he, with the type of quarterback he got, the offense, I mean, he ain't got no other choice but to eat.
Right.
Unless he gets hurt. Appreciate that, TZ. He said, damn, missed the draft, but here to show support. I've been getting a lot of Kyler Murray in my draft. Do you think his outcome this year would be good? Yes, I do. I think Kyler Murray would be fringe top 5. That's why I'm taking Trey McBride and Kyler in almost in every single draft. I'm willing to take Kyler over Justin Herbert. I'm willing to take him over Dak Prescott and Joe Burrow. So I'm not saying that to do that, but I would say fade Joe Burrow and his ADP and wait for Kyler.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Kyler Murray, Don?
Murray?
Yeah, Kyler Murray.
I think you'll see him. I think he'll be a breakout season for him. Actually, I think he got enough tools to where he'll be able to earn the money that they gave him. I'll just say that.
Right. What about you, Harambe?
I think he's going to be a top 7, and if he has some boom weeks, he can with his arm and his legs, right? He's got weapons.
Yeah.
He could sneak into the top 5.
Real easy.
And I think where he's going in the drafts with the weapons he has now, like, this is the year you want him, man.
Yeah. In my little mom and pop league out here in Arizona, that's who they want.
Right. Siobhan says, I was thinking C+ or B- or on my team did food, then faded. The 7th spot is tough. B- on my team did food, then faded. The 7th spot.
I think she said did good.
Oh, okay. Did good, then faded. The 7th spot is tough.
Yeah.
She says, thanks, Harambe.
Of course.
TZ, you rock. Yes, sir. TZ says, good looking, bro. Always love your channel when I get a chance, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Guys, I appreciate everybody being patient with the members thing. I have to do this because this is what they pay for. So anybody, don't take it personal. You didn't get to come up. But maybe after I let the members go through and they don't come up, maybe I might be able to send the link out and let the guys fill up the draft. Maybe that's might be what you feel about your Harambe? You think that's what I should do, or keep it members only and let the computer pick?
Well, maybe like have it be members, and if it fills up with members, then that's the way the cookie crumbles. And then if it doesn't, maybe you go live, wait, 3 minutes or so and put the link in the chat so others can get in maybe.
Right. Or if you super chat or something. And
right.
Yeah, that'd be a good way to get in.
Right.
Because, man, the content is good. It's at least
worth
the edge.
Right. Appreciate it, guys. I appreciate y'all coming up, man. I appreciate y'all supporting the channel always, guys.
Oh yeah, I thank you for letting me come up.
Yep. So Underdog, let's do Underdog. Don, you want to talk about this team first?
Man, so me learning about Superflex for the first time, I wish I would have got a quarterback first, because I mean, getting this right here, then Josh Allen, then Brown, and then I'm not as high on ETN or Diggs, but Jones and the tight end.
I love Njoku.
Yep.
Like I said, I'm just having doubts about Watson. What he's going to do. And Njoku is not really the problem. It's Watson.
Right.
Yeah, that's it. Other than that, I got a lot of confidence in Njoku. He'll put up numbers. It's just, is Watson going to show up? But I like Coleman. I like this pick with Coleman.
Okay.
Actually. And Robinson at the end down here. I like Eckler, but I think Robinson will still be that goal line back. Yeah. Yep. I think he'll get all the money touches.
Right.
Yeah. So with this team right here, from really from top to bottom, like I said, man, it's hard not to give another B at minimum. I want to give them an A- just for getting these two guys right here at top. So, but that's just me.
Right.
I'm gonna go B+.
I would say I love the Josh Allen pick, number one. You got him at the 111. Guys, you can tell the guys who follow my channel, y'all don't treat the quarterbacks like high end on Superflex. Where most places they gonna draft these quarterbacks early. So you get the Josh Allen at the 111 is killer deal. AJ Brown in the second round is good value. I'm not super high on him, but it's still AJ Brown. You got him in the second round. I'm okay with taking him in the second round. I would like to get him more at the end of the second round or maybe the third round in Superflex. But hey, the way this draft is, receivers went off the board early. Travis Etienne in the third. I like Travis Etienne in the third. Yep. Diggs in the fourth. I guess I got to give you credit for that. I was so mad I wanted to get Diggs. I wanted that stat. I thought him and Tank will fall, but I see that now they're not going to fall to me. Aaron Jones in the fifth is good value. Keenan Allen, I can nitpick you on Keenan Allen, but he's your third wide receiver. And Njoku in the seventh is good value. Purdy is good value in the eighth. Keon Coleman, he got a chance to be the number one wide receiver. Brian Robinson is good there at the 10th pick. He's the starting running back. He's probably going to come out on the field first. And Antonio Gibson at pick 11. I think that's okay. I think there's other guys out there you could have picked, but I still think it's an okay stash, especially as a good handcuff for Ramondre Stevenson. I think this is a really good team. I think I'm gonna have to repeat myself and give it another B+. I think this is a B+ team. How do you feel, Rami? What you think about this team?
I like this team. I do like how Don was saying where Coleman went. I think that's, that could be very good value, and that could be the wide receiver one. And then to get Robinson right there, second to last round, that's starting running back on what's going to be a new offense with a, explosive rookie quarterback. So probably decent amount of goal line opportunities for Robinson. He carries PPR value as well. Gibson, this is the only pick I did not like. And the reason being, it's not that Gibson's not going to have a decent year. I would have gone maybe like Gus Edwards there, or like Kamani Vidal or something like that.
Yeah.
Someone like more upside versus a Gibson in that offense.
Yeah. Me
but
too. I love Gibson, but I would have went somewhere different because I would have drafted Gibson to be on my team on the bench, but not in my starting lineup.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I think that's the only player that kind of takes the grade down, but the rest of the team is, that's a really good team. I like this team.
What's your grade?
I gave it a B.
Okay, a B. So we got a B, we got a B+. What you think, Don? Oh, you already graded it, right?
B plus.
You gave B plus? Okay. So we got B plus, B plus, B, and then the chat says Aaron says B, Harami says B, Siobhan says B plus. I think we got 2 B plus, but the rest of them are B's. I think it's a B. I think it's a good team. I think it's better than a B. I think it's a B plus, but with the overall grades, I'm gonna give it a B.
I'm just nitpicking on Antonio Gibson. I'm just nitpicky on Gibson a little bit.
Right, of course. Aaron Holloway says we all here to enjoy everyone's perspective and winning our leagues, cutting edge content. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yep. And Siobhan said, and the community is great too. It is. When I got guys like Harambe who's always showing support, never miss a live, always putting comments up. I got guys like Don coming up and supporting. We do have a great community, and that's what I like to bank on. I don't want to say that I know everything because I don't know everything. But with y'all as a community, hey, we can kill it. We could be great. We could be the best community in fantasy football.
Yeah, man. Like you get different ideas and perspectives, and maybe angles you didn't think about, right?
Facts.
That's exactly why I joined.
Yeah, man.
Right. Appreciate
we all learn and get better.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, let's do Zach now. Zach says, Zach picked Saquon Barkley, Puka Nacua. Love those 2 picks. Yep. Jordan love that pick. Zay Flowers, Samir White, Jerry Ferguson, D-Pop, Warren Brown, and Leggett. I ain't gonna kill you for Leggett.
I love that for the last pick.
Oh my God.
I love that pick.
Right. But I'm nitpicking it. I can't just sit there and just be drooling over every single pick, but he killed it 90% of this draft.
Dude,
that might take the cake. I'm gonna get his team and A.
Yeah.
What would you say, Harambe?
This whole team is gas. Barkley, Puka. People are still sleeping on Puka. I don't think we've seen his ceiling yet. He was right. The guy's a beast. He plays like a wide receiver, tight end hybrid.
Right.
Jordan Love in the 3rd.
Right.
I love that in a super flex. I love that. And then to get Goff, as the 2nd quarterback. And then Zay, Samir, these are goal line backs. These are explosive wide receivers. These are QB1s. Ferguson is the wide receiver 2 pretty much of the Cowboys. DeAndre House of Pancakes. I love pancakes, man.
Right.
Jaylen Warren. That's the guy the Steelers are committed to, and he carries higher PPR value in this format than Najee, but might lose some goal line. And then you already know how I feel about Walmart Eckler.
Right.
And then Professor X as the last pick, man. That's such a cool pick to me because we don't know if that's going to boom or bust. And if that booms, that's a league-winning pick.
Yeah, that is. League winning, that's the undefeated. Maybe he could go undefeated pick.
Yeah, I think we might, once the season starts, if Leggette's healthy and involved in the offense, this might be the wide receiver 1.
Walmart DK Metcalf.
Yes, and I think DJ there is going to be a chain mover. Like he's going to be PPR gold, but I think the boom's going to come from Leggett.
Right. I agree with that. So yeah, I say A. And what you say, Don?
I gotta go A from top to bottom. I love Leggett.
Yep.
Everybody in the chat is saying A too.
Only reason I don't say A plus is Hopkins.
Okay.
Sure.
He's an A, but
how did he get
down there?
So Love in the 3rd. Some people might even see that as a slight reach in this format. How the hell does he get Love and then it follows up with Zay Flowers?
Yeah.
Right.
And then Samir and then Goff? Like that run right there is nasty.
Yeah,
It's
I
nasty, man. That's why the 12th pick is the best. That's why I don't pick it anymore because I don't, I want y'all guys to be able to get the best picks. That way I can judge it better. I don't want to get, but the 12 is the best spot, bro. If you get the 12, if you mess it up, you drop the bag.
10, 11, 12 is my preferred draft spot.
It is. Because you just clean it up. You clean it up.
Team.
Whatever that's left on the table, you eating.
Yeah. Top to bottom. Pause. This is a fire team. This is a great team.
Yeah. Value from top to bottom.
Right. Siobhan says many ears listening to different things and sharing the info with each other. Yes, Siobhan. And I appreciate you. You always support. You I think you are the second or the third lady to follow me and continue to watch you and what's the other? I can't think of her name. She's gonna be mad. But yes, y'all are my first ladies. What you say?
Charlene
and the other one. Those is three. Charlene, Siobhan, and the other lady. She was on my when I had OnlyFans when I was doing this. Yeah, I used to do an OnlyFans, bro. But Silver Raptor taught me how to do it. He said, "Man, it's going to kill your channel because every time you say that, it brings you down an algorithm." And I didn't want to do it. I wanted to because I was trying to be. That was going to be like funny, right? Like you laughing. I thought it was be great, and people would laugh, and we have a good time. And some people felt they was like, man, that might be uncomfortable. Some people might be husbands they don't want to go on that, and so I just took it off and did the memberships.
It's the stigma is why, even though there's all kinds of content on that website.
Right, good content, not like provocative, right?
Yeah, no, I totally get it. I was just laughing at like people like reacting to that, not knowing there was other content.
Right.
Like they hear that, they hear that website and they think one thing, but that's not the case.
Right. Right. And but so yeah, we still got two more teams to do it. We got to do Don team and my team. But Nifty says A. Siobhan says A. Aaron Holloway says I'm changing my team to an A. Bro, when we go back and revisit, your team is gonna be up for the last. You know how Apollo used to do it. We're gonna see what the crowd says. We're gonna go to your team. We're gonna go to Harami's team and Zach Seaman's team. Those gonna be the three teams that we're gonna have to decide on.
All right.
Doomsday, yes, bro. He says A. Yep, Charlene, right. It's another one too. I can't forget. Stacy.
Oh, yeah.
And Ramos says, is that great team, man? So let's do Don's team. So Don, don't take it personal, man. We rank hard here, man.
I told you I'm a rookie at drafting Superflex, right. So I'll take it. I'll take it. Whatever I get this time, I bet y'all better it the next time.
Right. CeeDee Lamb 1-on-1, I'm not mad at that. He could be the number one overall receiver. In the last 8 games, he was the number one overall player. I think he was the number one overall player the last 7 games of the season. Devon A-Chain in the second round. I love that. I wanted to get him. That boom is crazy. You got 2 boom guys who can go for 30 points, 40 points in any given week. Great job. Drake London in the 3rd round. That's a good pick. Rashad White.
Yep.
DK Metcalf, you killing it, bro. Even though you ain't got any quarterbacks yet. You still, I love your positional players. Evan Ingram in the 6th. Me and Harabi always say, guys, whenever you pick Evan Ingram, we can't deduct you from that. This is a top 5 guy the last, 2 to 3 years? So Evan Ingram has been killing it. Doomsday. Man, I'm hard on rookies. I just don't know. I don't know who the number one is. I don't see a Doomsday that's coming out and being better than DJ Moore. Keenan Allen is good. You got to hit him with underneath targets. You traded for him. I think a Doomsday could be a 4th quadrant player, but since you got him as your 4th wide receiver, I'm not going to be too hard on you. I think you can let him develop, and then he could be a top 5, 4th quadrant guy. Caleb Williams in the 8th. Hey, I like that strategy. You went and got all of the studs at other positions, and then you went with a rookie quarterback who's got a lot of upside. Javonte Williams in the 9th. So all these kind of picks that don't really matter if they don't hit. So I like Javonte Williams. You got Blake Corm in the 10th. That's solid. Your worst pick on the board to me is TJ Hawkinson.
Yeah.
So to me, I'm gonna take it down to a B+, bro. You killed it. And listen, you didn't have a quarterback, but just because of the way you're doing it, you can always stream a quarterback off waivers. You could pick up somebody have a good week. You could pick them up. You could get Gardner Minshew. So I was gonna still give you a good grade, but I took you down from an A- to a B+ because you got TJ Hawkinson.
Okay.
How do you feel, Harambe?
I think with Ingram there, like some people would say that's a reach for a tight end, but it's not. He had over 100 catches and over 1,000 yards. If you could get the touchdowns up, he's already a top 5. Maybe you could sneak up top 4, top 3. I don't know if it's going to happen this year. It could. I do like him, especially as a later ADP. I don't like Hawkinson as the last pick, bro. I felt like you could have taken just another quarterback there. Right. But other than that, I like every other player. Dunze, I feel kind of the same way, but they drafted him to, pair with the rookie quarterback. I think he's going to be involved early and often. Keenan's not finishing the season. It's just not going to happen. Williams, he's still young. Like, it seems like he's been in the league forever, but he hasn't. He's still pretty young for a running back. Maybe he's, a year out from his injury. He's healed better, more familiar with Peyton's system. I could see him being a good target for like a 0 RB, like a good RB2. And then I do like Blake Corum a lot, especially where you drafted him. And I think he's going to get a lot of run this year as well. So if he would have taken like a QB instead of Hawkinson, I would have probably give you like a B+ for your first Superflex, but I would give it just a B. I would give it a B. Like, I think your team could carry. I just don't like the last pick.
Right. Good. Well, let me see. Yeah, so we got a B. We got a B+. Let me see. CHB suggested chime in. I like his team for the future, but I do agree. I would have taken another quarterback. Facts. I would have too. So CHB saying a B. Let me see. And Aaron was saying, I'm clearing it up. I was saying give Zach an A. Okay. And Aaron says B. I gave it a B+, guys. Y'all making me think that I overrate, but because, CeeDee Lamb, A-Chain.
Yep.
London White, DK, then Evan Ingram, then Dunze, I wasn't that big, but then he got Caleb Williams. That is some type of stat. Javonte Williams as your third running back, he probably going to get goal line carries in the beginning of the season. The first game, he's getting the goal line carries.
Yep.
Blake Corum, that's a stash guy. You can't never drop him the whole season. I would have him on my team stash in case anything happens to Kyle. And he's probably going to get some carries before the end. Outside of Hop, I thought it was a good pick. I thought I would have said an A-, but I respect the B. I just want to make sure that I wasn't overgrading it.
Well, his team, the way his team is built, too, is like those position players in the first, 6 rounds?
Right.
That's gas right there. So that could compete. Right. And then, like, if you would have followed up with another QB instead of Hawkinson, man, this team would have competed with any other team easily.
I think so, too.
I got you.
Good job, bro.
I appreciate it.
Yep. Siobhan said solid B. Position players will carry. Right. I'm just going to give it a B. I think everybody said a B. I'm going to give it a B. Okay.
Now, if Hawkinson comes back, you got a rookie quarterback, and Hawkinson was the tight end 1 for the first 4 or 5 weeks last year. That was with Kirk, though.
Right.
So I'm way harder on myself because so at the end I was thinking I could get another quarterback. But
okay.
I don't know. I feel like Hawkinson may be probably a real good fit for the quarterback that's going to end up playing in Minnesota.
Yeah, right. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Like, if he's healthy too, that could, that's a PPR gold mine, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Just learn a little bit more.
It's better than a C+, bro. It's better than a C+.
Yeah, I feel you. But I say that because I can't. I gotta realize that I'm learning every day with this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
No, like this is
right. I want to give you right. We all are hard on each other. That's why I like doing my team last, but I want to be fair.
Yeah, I appreciate you doing it. Yeah.
Right, because you always want to say, "Hey, I got an A," and my homeboy, I ain't killing him. The road, he used to think all his teams were A+, and I get it.
Yeah,
because we all kind of feel that when we do a decent draft. But you You got to always go low and then work your way up.
I felt like I did good at the top. It's just like the bottom. I was kind of overthought it, because in the beginning I'm more of a I go for value. If I feel like it's a good player, I get it.
Sure.
I don't think about it.
Right. Okay, so let's go and do my team. I will let Harambe go ahead and chop me up, bro. Pause.
All right. So you got potentially the number one player in fantasy football this year, CJ Stroud. Followed up with Devontae Adams. Then you got your baby Kelsey right there, McBride. You got Cooper Kupp. You got Kyler Murray, Ramondre Stevenson, Chris Godwin, Brian Thomas. That's Brian Thomas, right? Jaguar?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, correct.
Gus the Bus. Oh, so you took Gus the Bus. All right. Tajay Spears and Zach Charbonnet. Let's see here. So starting off again, we've touched on this. Starting off with Stroud in a Superflex is money. It's already like that's an A. Adams, hyper-targeted wide receiver. I keep you at an A. McBride, does he get the same amount of targets this year with the rookie on the outside? Maybe, maybe not. I still have this as an A. Cooper Kupp, healthy in that offense. This is an A. Murray, stacked with McBride, you're still at an A. Ramondre, to me, is undervalued with his skill set, and I think he'll return PPR value like he did his first couple years in the league. I still have you at an A. Godwin is going to the slot. He's going to return great PPR value. Still at an A. Thomas, I'm bumping you down to the A- only because he's a rookie, but he could be the wide receiver one. He's going to be more explosive, I believe, downfield and on the longer routes than Christian Kirk. Gus the Bus, where you got the starting Chargers running back, that's insane value. That's goal line for days. And in this, Harbaugh scheme, they're going to run it a lot. The only question with him is can he finish out the year? And if he can stay healthy the whole year, you're looking at like probably a career year for this guy, I would think. Yeah. Tajay Spears. So Tajay Spears is not Derrick Henry. We know that. Is he better than Tony Pollard? I think you think he is, and then I kind of think Pollard's a little bit better for now, but it could reverse, and Spears could be the guy. He carries PPR value as well, and they'll rotate running backs, and they'll be passing way more in Tennessee this year, so that's a good value pick right there. And then you followed up with Charbonnet. So, again, like a running back two who could finish as the running back one, and he, in my opinion, he has a better skill set than Kenneth Walker. So, man, I'm gonna bump you down to a B+ TD.
Right.
For Spears and for Thomas. Thomas the rookie, Spears. I didn't like how you took three running backs right there, but I did notice you only had the one running back in Ramondre.
Right.
But this, I mean, how do you feel about it, TD? Do you think this is an A team or like a B team?
I think it's a B+ team. I didn't want. I thought I was killing it up into Gus Edwards and then Tajay Spears and Zach Charbonnet. I got sniped. I wanted a little bit better value there. I would have loved to took Tajay Spears last.
Right.
And I didn't want Zach Charbonnet, and that's why the clock came on. I couldn't find a better pick. I wanted Zeke or Elliott. If I'd have got Zeke Elliott, what would you have said instead of Charbonnet?
I would have probably said it was an A- to an A.
Right. And RG got me. So that was it. But my last two picks are not great picks. But it was
could tell
I started stacking.
Yeah, and I'm going up the list of players here that you drafted, and I could tell where you went off the strategy a little bit with the last two rounds right there.
Right.
Yeah, man. It's a good team. It's a really good team.
Right. What do you feel about it, Darren?
I'll say a B+ too, but I like Thomas. Brian Thomas with Jacksonville. Yeah, I like his upside just with his skill set. I think he'll be.
I think that's the wide receiver one by the end of the year.
Yeah, I think he can be the man down there.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's hard not to give you an A though, but
it is.
Yeah, it really is.
It really is.
You got to nitpick not to give it an A.
Right. And that's what we try to do here. Like I said, I don't think it's an A team. Usually I say, I think this team is an A minus. It's a B plus team. Like I said, Tajay Spears is good. I mean, this team easily, I could win the league with it, but we're just talking about as in picks right now. Charbonnet, I would love to get him as a bench player. I wouldn't want to get him in my starting lineup, right?
Yeah.
This is still starting guys. So, yeah. But I got sniped. And then I also took, you want to nitpick a little bit? I took Stroud a little bit early where I could have waited on quarterback because you see Justin Herbert and Trevor Lawrence and Kirk Cousins are down here at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good
So
point.
when I see that, I'm like, but I didn't know what was going to happen on the board, so I just wanted to get Stroud because I believe in him. But knowing that, I could have waited late and I could have got guys like Goff and stuff like that, or even Herbert, and then maybe got better. I would have had a better position players for my last 3 to 4 picks.
I was looking at Adams and Cup as well, and like those are Cup, especially if he's healthy, it's boom and it's PPR value. Adams carries still some decent boom, still some decent PPR, but like I'm starting to get in my head with Adams now, T. Like I'm starting to fade him and maybe like target White later on because they're gonna run the shit out of the ball, dude.
Yeah.
Right. So, they are.
Yeah, and that I knocked it down a little because of that too, because I felt like I maybe would have taken a different guy in the second round. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe I'm reaching a bit.
No, you're not. I see exactly what you're saying. The only reason why I'm okay with Adams now, man, once I see what they did with Zamir, I think Adams is gonna get a lot of one-on-one coverage, and I think he got the whole wide receiver crew to himself. So I think that's gonna leave him at like some top 5 value because I don't think they're gonna have a lot of competition, and it's gonna be a run predominantly offense, which I don't think you're gonna be able to double team them.
What I think's gonna happen, and this is speculation. They're obviously they want to run the ball. I think they're gonna feature the tight ends early to get better one-on-one scenarios for Adams because if they target Adams early out of the gate and like nothing's happening, he's gonna get frustrated. It's not gonna be good for the offense. So like I would expect maybe a slow start this year for Adams for the first couple games.
I don't think you saying anything wrong. I can see that. But I can also see like teams trying to stop that run game and he killing you on the outside because he's getting one coverage because of the way you're gonna have to play. You're gonna have to bring 8 men in the box to stop this team.
Yep. Oh, he's a Hall of Famer.
Yes. Okay. So let's go right now. We got Zach Seaman and we got Aaron Holloway and Sammy, which is Harambe, as the 3 top teams. So let's start off since Aaron got the best. Since Zach got the best grade, let's do Harambe and Aaron.
Well, didn't those guys get A's?
A minus. Zach, Aaron Holloway and Zach did, but you had the next highest grade at B plus.
Okay.
And RG did too. So I just like people to come back to it and just to make sure.
Okay, yeah, like a double take.
Yeah, just a double take, just to go through and clean up everything.
Okay, right
on. So I guess we'll look at Sammy and RG. Let's look at Sammy and RG. Which team y'all think is better? Sammy or RG?
One sec.
I think
I like mine personally. I like mine a little bit more.
I like yours a little bit more too, just to be honest. I like Richardson.
Yeah. I like his first. I like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like his first 5 picks. But when you get down here, you kill him with Jackson Smith and Jigba and Austin Eckler. The only pick he's beating you down here is with Ezekiel Elliott over Komet. Other than that, you killed him in the middle right here with T. Higgins and Kirk. I like Kirk over T. Higgins.
Yeah.
I like Tua over Terry McLaurin, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Tony Pollard, Austin Eckler, and Ford. These are 2 guys who's gonna depending on what happens with health and stuff, they're going to be right there in it. And they could be starting running backs and top 5 running backs any week of the season. I would say I would give it to you. I'll give it to you too. Aaron said Sammy. Okay. So let's do Sammy and Aaron Holloway.
Kelsey, Smitty. Who's the second quarterback? I can't see it.
Will Levis.
Ooh, I don't know.
I think I like mine.
I
like my receivers more.
Yeah, I do.
He's got Bijan. That's better than my running backs, but
right.
I do like his running backs.
I like my quarterbacks more.
Definitely.
What do you guys think?
It's close, man. I'm trying to look at what's going to make the difference. So I look at the quarterbacks. I think you beat them on quarterbacks.
Yeah. Only thing
I think it's a tie. I think it's a tie. I could be biased. I think it's a tie on running backs. So that makes you up there because you took your running backs later. But when you got Derrick Henry and James Cook with the offenses that they own, I think they're going to eat.
Right.
I might give him a slight lead on that because he got Bijan and Colin. Both of them, I guess over James Cook. I guess I'll give him a slight lead. Maury Cooper, Christian Kirk, Tyreek Hill. You beat them with Tyreek Hill with the wide receivers. Tight end, he got Kelsey. Say that he got Kelsey. Then he got Zach Moss, which is just as good as Austin Eckler and Jerome Ford because he's gonna get goal line carries. You would think. Jahan Dotson as the number 2 wide receiver. Then likely, I was slightly, and that's what the grade says. The grade says B+ for you, and also it says A- for him. So I think it's A- his way. How do you feel about that, Don?
I'd say the only difference is him getting Clement at the end. I gotta give it to him likely over Clement. That's
right. Yeah,
that's how close it is.
Right.
Yeah. So
I'd agree.
Siobhan said it's close, but I like the other team, Harami. Tight end out. Do your team right.
Yeah, it's tight end. Yeah.
Yeah, I gave him an A.
Yeah, I did too. I gave him an A-. And then I think he ended up getting an A-. So it's right now it's between Aaron Holloway and Zach. Aaron Holloway and Zach.
Ooh.
I hate to say it. I'm gonna go ahead and go to Zach.
Yeah.
Zach's team.
Zach's team is killer.
Yeah, Zach won.
Great
job, Zach.
That last pick is just
that's gonna that may be a surprise league winner.
Right. Yeah, we ain't had an A team in a long time. That might we ain't never had an A+ team, have we?
Nope.
No, and I think
we rarely have A's. We usually have
right. We barely have A's. I think we had probably 3 A teams.
I love that team, man.
Zach,
that's one of my favorite teams that you've drafted on these mocks.
Right.
Yeah. I love where he took White. That run from Love, Flowers, White, Goff, Ferguson, Hopkins, all the way to the end. That run is just amazing.
It is.
Yeah, it is. From top to bottom, really.
I don't know how the hell he got Flowers there at the end of the 4th. Like, come on.
Right.
Why didn't
me and you, Robbie, is high on Flowers. A lot of people don't believe in Flowers like that.
I like him a lot myself.
Zay Flowers was the league winner for people last year.
Yes.
Right.
He's the only guy in my title game who showed up.
Yeah.
And he's boom. And that's the first year of that newer offense. And then you bring in Henry, and if he gets going and you gotta stop the run. Like, you know how friggin' fast Zay Flowers is, right? That
Come
dude's
on now.
His boom plays
that's
are
like a
going to be
Tyreek
amazing.
Hill type player. He's not Tyreek Hill. He's not even on his level, but he's hard to scheme for like a Tyreek Hill style of player would be.
Yeah.
Right. Right. You got to worry about Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. Come on now.
Yeah.
And Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely and all these, like, man, they got a plenty of weapons, but he's going to me, of all those weapons, he's the main guy. That's why I love him this year.
Yes. And Beckham is gone. Bateman should be healthy, but can Bateman stay healthy? And if he doesn't, knock on wood. But that guy he's a chunk plays player. He catches a 50, 60-yard bomb, gets a touchdown, gets another touchdown. Like, this is a guy who could do 20 to 40 points a week.
Right.
Easy.
Facts.
I love Zay Flowers, and I still feel a lot of GMs don't value him as high as he should be.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Great job, Zach.
Yep. So, Zach, you know what to do. Hit me up at fantasygoodesports@gmail.com and send me your Cash App or PayPal, and I will send you that $5, bro. Great job. So, guys, before we get out of here, you want to say anything, Don?
Hey, yeah, man, I appreciate you letting me on for the first time, and y'all check me out at Doomsday Corner Sports on YouTube.
Yes. Okay. Can you post your link in the comment section?
I certainly will, my man.
Yep. That way we can all follow you.
I'll subscribe.
And I will give you a subscribe, because I don't think I subscribed to your channel, man. This is the first time me hearing about it.
Yeah, I just started back. I had some a loved one to pass, so
okay,
I'm just getting back into it right at fantasy time.
Right.
It's perfect time. Like I said, my wife gave me the confidence to jump on tonight. It's my first time live.
Yes, sir.
Throwing it in
Appreciate
the chat right now. So I'm probably gonna be doing mock drafts every Friday night online.
Okay,
live.
let me know about it, man. You got my Gmail. Send everything to my Gmail, bro. That way, because I be so busy, I might forget. But if I got it on my Gmail, that way I'll be able to come on. What time on Fridays?
I hadn't decided yet. Like I said, I'm a little bit older, so I go to sleep soon.
Right.
I might be in the bed in a little bit after we get off this live. So.
Right, me too. I gotta go to work in the morning too, bro.
Yeah, I gotta get up and go get it.
Right. What about you, Robbie? Anything you want to say, bro?
No, man. Obviously, I love doing this. I love being here, with the community, with you guys, and chopping it up. And next week, looking forward to doing some fantasy after dark. Right.
Right. Yes, sir. Make sure y'all tune in at 10 o'clock Eastern time.
I would definitely be here.
Yeah, and I'll go find your channel, Don.
All right, man.
Hey, are you a Padres fan?
Yeah, I played for the Padres actually.
Did you?
I live in San Diego.
Runners for 5 years.
I think you know what? You told me this last year, didn't you?
I don't know. I may have.
You said you played professional baseball, and I think we started talking about some players. I had a couple. When did you? So I got a couple of cousins that played AAA ball, and I had another cousin who was going to play, but he got in a bad wreck. Real quick before we get out of here, his name was Dobie Swepson. He went to Lewisburg, coming up for out of North Carolina.
From
North Carolina, drafted by the Braves.
Interesting. Well, I'm from South Carolina, so
okay.
I actually went to school with probably about 6 guys that got drafted. We all played on the same team. So
wow.
Yeah, two of us made it to the big leagues. A couple of my good friends, I played in the minors with Derek Lee and Homer Bush. A couple of my good friends. But as far as baseball, yeah, I'm like I said, I'm an older guy. I played in the 90s.
Yeah, that's what my cousins played.
Yeah. But
what his name
was again?
You played at the Q.
Yeah, his name is my other cousin. His name is Joseph Atwater. Yeah, he was in minor leagues, man. He had a .97 ERA his first 7 games before he tore his rotator cuff, and he never was the same after that. But he played for the New York Mets. He was playing with the Mets when they won it. I think when what was it, Darryl Strawberry, all them was there in the majors. But he was in the double. He was at Double-A, and he was killing it. You can look him up, type him in. You'll see his kill it. He was killing it with his ERA.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. And also a friend of mine, he's played. It ain't been that long ago. His name is Dave Chappelle from North Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah, he played.
The 2 guys that made it to the big leagues where I'm from, Danny Clyburn, he passed away. He was my first cousin. And Pep Harris, he played in the big leagues too, and he was my cousin too. Like I said, we all played on the same high school team.
Right.
It was, like I said, it was like 6 of us that got drafted, and 3 or 4 of us. We had a first rounder before that, Earl Cunningham. He got drafted. He was maybe a couple picks before or after Frank Thomas.
Right. What position did you play, Don?
I was a pitcher. I had Tommy John.
Okay.
Yeah, in the 90s, and like you said, I wasn't quite the same anymore after that. So
right, that same thing. My cousin was left-handed. He threw about 93, and then after that, he threw like 89. And he said he had to take a pill every time he pitched. Did you have to take a pill?
No, not a pill. No.
Okay.
After
he said
that,
if he didn't take the pill, his arm would start hurting.
Yeah, I kind of made a clean break with it. I still had a little bit of stuff to do. So
right,
and time, and I didn't really want to be chasing baseball all my life. So I just my wife likes to say I quit early.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, listen, man. I'm gonna be doing some fantasy baseball as my channel grow, man. I would love to bring you up, man. Maybe we can do some content together, and I can come on your channel. And we can do content together.
That would be amazing, dude. For real.
Yep.
Yeah. This is what I've been looking for. I appreciate it, my man.
Yeah. Anytime, bro.
All
right, guys. Y'all be safe. I'll see y'all later. Peace.
Later, fellas.